Welcome to the FINA Diving World Cup, and the last medal event to take place here in Berlin. Presenting is the Schwimm- und Sprunghalle im Europa Sport Park. And at the SSE, we are going to enjoy a 5-strong team event, a mixed team event, that will have plenty of intricacy and intrigue, with the destination of the medals not at all clear. Fascinating things at team events. We will have 6 rounds in the competition. We'll talk through it all in just a moment or two when we get to know the competitors as well, although they'll be familiar faces to those of you who've been watching over the course of the weekend, because all of the divers have to have entered other events to be part of the team competition. You can't bring a standalone mixed team. So they're all well and truly in their stride, these competitors. Colombia, Australia, Germany, the United States of America and Malaysia are the entrants to this competition. And there will be, for the first time at this World Cup, a nation other than the People's Republic of China taking the gold. That is by virtue of them not having a team in this competition, focusing their attentions elsewhere. It's a great opportunity for somebody to secure a World Cup title. Just one event then remains, the mixed team final, and it's on its way in just a short while. We have the women's 3-metre springboard, men's 10-metre platform, and of course mixed team ceremonies to come afterwards. So I hope you'll be able to stay with us for the last action of the Diving World Cup in Berlin, Germany. So let's introduce the Colombian team. Now they will have Daniela Zapata doing the 3-metre springboard, and Luis Uribe likewise. Zapata and Sebastian Villa will team up for the mixed 3-metre. Viviana Uribe and Sebastian Villa will handle the 10 metres. Now to Australia. They have Brittany O'Brien and Lachlan Cronin handling the 3-metre side of things. Nikita Haynes and Jackson Boshier will be responsible for the 10-metre. The German team, Saskia Oertinghaus and Timo Bartel, along with Lou Massenberg, will handle the 3-metre side of things. Pauline Pfeif and Timo Bartel and Lou Massenberg will do the 10-metre, so a bit of a mixed setup from the Germans. And the United States of America now, with their squad, they have Kristen Hayden and Tyler Downs handling the 3-metre springboard component of the final, and Katrina Young and Zach Cooper on 10-metre duties. And finally then, Malaysia, just 3 in their squad, the smallest squad. Handlela Rinong Pang will be the busiest of all of them, joined by Chu Yi Wei and Bertrand Roddick. So, those are your contenders. 5 teams going from mixed team gold to conclude the FINA Diving World Cup in Berlin, Germany. Great to have your company. Athletes enjoying themselves a great deal too. Ollie Hogben here, and it's a pleasure to have you with me for all of the action from Berlin. And not just action in diving, but action in swimming as well. That will be taking place later today, about 30-40 minutes after the victory ceremonies have happened in the diving. So a busy session, a couple of sessions I should probably say. The introduction of the cognoscenti.
The Honorary Secretary of the Technical Diving Committee, Melanie Beck. And the FINA Vice President and Bureau Liaison, Shu Shi-Hong. Your referee at poolside, Mr. Christian steps. And the judges. Judge 1, Ms. Violetta Rice. Judge number 2, Mr. Jeffrey Stable. Judge number 3, Mr. Roland van der Voort. Judge number 4, Ms. Jillian Brooker. Judge number 5, Mr. Pranata Arubobo. Judge number 6, Ms. Laura Shakespeare. Judge number 7, Mr. Peter Extelius. And judge on platform, Mr. Yahia Gaul.
The Diving Commission responsible for this mixed team event. And here are your judges for the last competition in Berlin at the FINA Diving World Cup. We are about to get underway in just about 2-3 minutes time now. So the first round will be the 3-metre springboard for women. The second round, the men's 3-metre springboard. Then the mixed synchronized team 3-metre springboard. That takes us to the halfway point. Then we go to 10 metres. First the women, then the men, then the mixed synchronized team. The start list for the mixed team event at the FINA Diving World Cup in Berlin, Colombia, Australia, Germany, the United States of America and Malaysia, all vying to take their first gold medal of the competition. Chance for a little piece of history to be made here. Top spot at the World Cup. No mean feat. Great to see spectators of all ages enjoying the action in Berlin. Just as they do when they're actually using this facility. People of all ages have the opportunity to come here and use the aquatics facilities. There's a wonderful velodrome right next to it. It's a fascinating place. As you approach it, you run the risk of missing it because it's sunken into a rather sort of green verge around. There's a lift that takes you from ground level down to the entrance, and it does befuddle people when they come here for the first time. You quite often see people strolling around what looks like the ground level, but is in fact the sort of middle level, thinking, how on earth do I get in here? Then they see the lift directing them down, or the steps. Manage to make their way into the building to enjoy plenty of top-level sport, or to just enjoy the facilities as amateur athletes themselves. Very nice atmosphere as one approached the centre today. Lots of people out for a run. There's a park very close to it. Families were out enjoying on what is a very sunny day, or has been a very sunny day in Berlin. Really pleasant conditions, actually. Bright and rather warm. Not really any need for a jacket. It's time to begin. Colombia get us underway with Daniela Zapata. And that's a tricky old start for the Colombian team. Zapata, who came here competing in a World Cup for the first time.
4, 4, 3.5, 4, 4, 4, 3.5.
And the score for Daniela Zapata is 36.
Australia.
We move now to Australia. Reverse 2.5 somersaults piked from Brittany O'Brien. So this is exactly what we've just seen from Zapata. That a lot more secure from Brittany O'Brien, silver medalist on the 1 metre springboard at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham.
7, 7.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5.
Her switch from platform down to springboard has been a positive one. She was 6th at the last Commonwealth Games at home in 2018 from the platform.
Germany.
So her score, 61.5. Secure beginning. Saskia Oertinghaus of Germany. Inward 2.5 somersaults piked. 3.0 difficulty. And well done, good start from Oertinghaus, who already is guaranteed to depart this weekend as a World Cup medalist for the first time.
6, 6.5, 6, 7, 6.
A score of 57 for Saskia Oertinghaus. So second place for Germany behind Australia.
United States of America.
Forward 3.5 somersaults piked from Kristen Hayden of the United States of America. 3.1 difficulty for this. Bronze medalist in the synchronized event. And that could do well for the United States of America. She is the national champion in the mixed synchronized competition, which we're going to see her in a little later.
6, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 6.
It's 55.8 for Kristen Hayden. Third place for the USA, still Australia lead. We have just one to go. So Pandalela Runongpang of Malaysia. 1.8 degree of difficulty this, a simple dive, back dive pike for an athlete like her. She's got a lot to do in this competition. And keeps it nice and tidy. She'll be at her busiest from the 10 metre platform. She's doing 4 of the 6 dives. $39.6 for the experienced Malaysian, and that brings us to the end of the first round. And well done to Brittany O'Brien of Australia, who's given them some early breathing space at the top of the leaderboard. Malaysia playing catch-up with the United States of America.
Colombia.
Luis Uribe of Colombia. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 3 twists, pike position, 3.9 difficulty. And you know what? That is most interesting. He is the reigning South American champion, Luis Uribe.
6.5, 6.
This ought to be a really positive sort of number. Yes, there's a little leg separation when he's in the air, but his entry is quite secure. 72.15 for Luis Uribe. It's going to be good news for Colombia. To Lachlan Cronin of Australia, silver medalist at the National Championships in June. 21-year-old with a forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. You know, he's done so terrifically to depart from this World Cup weekend with a bronze medal in the 3 metre synchronised competition with Li Shixin, hugely experienced teammate. This was solid. .55 for Lachlan Cronin. So Australia in the lead, ahead of Colombia. But now Germany, with Timo Bartel, reverse 3.5 somersaults in the tuck position, 3.5 degree of difficulty. Well, it might not quite be the sort of number they were hoping for. He'll also be competing at 10 metres, Timo Bartel. Didn't look enormously in control of sections of that dive. 50.75 for Bartel, Germany in third place. 2 to go. Go nice and quickly through this engaging competition format. Here is Tyler Downs, the 19-year-old who almost made the top 20 at the Olympic Games. He's from Missouri. Reverse 2.5 somersaults in the pike position for 3.0 degree of difficulty for Downs. Silver medalist in the 3-metre synchronized competition. And this was nicely performed, pretty secure execution throughout. He's got a good pike position, he's got very elegant toe point. And his score is 64.5, so the USA in second place. They go above Colombia. Leaves us with Malaysia. Chu Yi-wei. Now this is a forward 2.5 somersaults with 2 twists in the pike position, a 3.4 difficulty score, so a chance here perhaps for the computer scientist from Malaysia to produce some good numbers. Now, what is this going to do for Malaysia's fortunes? 4th place coming into this round with a bit of ground to make up. They might have made up some of it here. It's 66.3 for Chu Yi-wei. And Malaysia dropping down into 5th position, but very close between those 3 chasing. United States of America and Australia also very close for top spot. So this is really tight, isn't it? We've got less than 3 marks, well, just over 2 marks between 5th and 3rd. And we have less than 5 marks between 2nd and 1st. So all to play for as we now go to the mixed synchronized component. Daniela Zapata and Sebastian Villa. Back 2.5 somersaults piked. 3.0. And they're very pleased with that, the Colombian delegation watching on as they go in pursuit of a place on the podium. Really very solid, 63 from Zapata and Villa. Brittany O'Brien and Lachlan Cronin, they've done really well so far, these two. Can they combine to great effect to put Australia in a commanding position to lead this at the halfway mark? Back 2.5 somersaults piked. Oh, well, okay, this could shake things up a fraction. From a synchronization point of view, a little lacking in places. 54 the score for them. Good news that for the United States of America. Saskia Oertinghaus and Lou Massenberg of Germany. Forward 2.5 somersaults with a twist, piked. Ooh. It's going to be close, this. We're really going to be none the wiser until right at the end of the competition, and that's great entertainment from a TV perspective. There's a little bit of midsection bend in the entry. Other parts of it were quite solid and well synchronized. Started nicely together. Score 57, Germany in 3rd place. Now to Kristen Hayden and Tyler Downs of the United States of America. Back 2.5 somersaults, pike. From the USA's perspective, things could be really looking up now. After that display and after the Australians having a slightly trickier time of it, they'll make up ground. They might even go into the lead. They have gone into the lead, 64.5. United States of America have turned it around. They have just over a 5-point margin. This takes us to the halfway point. Pandelela Rinongpam and Bertrand Rodict. Inward dive, piked, just a 1.4 degree of difficulty, just focusing on clarity and simplicity. And it went well. Much more to come from these two in the 10-meter platform section. So it's just about keeping themselves in contention.
7, 8, 7.5.
30.1 the score for Malaysia, so that will have them down in 5th position with a lot of ground they need to make up going into the 10-meter section. So that concludes the 3-meter component. USA have turned it around to lead. Australia, 2nd place. Colombia in 3rd position. Colombia are really now looking over the shoulder of the Australians. Here is Viviana Uribe, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. And that may make things a little trickier for Colombia. They started with some difficulties in the individual round last time. Well over as she enters the water. 24 for Viviana Uribe. And Colombia got close to Australia. They may find that drifts away now. Nikita Haynes, arm stand back, 2 somersaults with 1.5 twists, free. 3.2 degree of difficulty. The reigning national champion and an Olympian. Australia in the quest for a medal. That will help them restore some of that margin over the Colombians.
Six and a half, 5 and a half, 4 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half.
60.8 for Nikita Haynes, so Australia now leading the way.
Germany.
First chance to see Pauline Pfeiffer in this mixed team final. Arm stand back, 2 somersaults, 1.5 twists. 20-year-old. And that gets a roar from the German fans, who are fairly confident they've just put themselves into contention. And I think they're right.
7, 8, 7, 7.
This is well performed.
7, 7.
Enters well. Some small leg bend in the pike position. It's not huge. It's 67.2. Germany now in second place. They've moved well above Colombia. The leaders, the United States of America, with Katrina Young, the most experienced member of the team. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists, piked. And that's good work. The United States of America will be well positioned at the conclusion of this round with just 2 to go. Florida State University graduate scores 67.2. USA ahead. Now this is where the bulk of Malaysia's difficulty is located. Remember, they only have 3 in their team. Andalela Rinong Pang. Arm stand back, 2 somersaults, 1.5 twists for a 3.2 degree of difficulty. She has been one of the absolute finest for so long, including winning the title in this event in London. 2 Commonwealth Games titles, 9 Southeast Asian Games titles, Asian Games medals as well. .57.6. So we now start round number 5. This is how things look. The United States of America ahead of Australia, but they can be caught. Germany can catch Australia. And the question is, are Colombia and Malaysia able to get into play? This is Sebastian Villa, South American Games champion. There's arm stand back, 3 somersaults, piked, 3.5 degree of difficulty.
6.5, 7, 7, 5.5.
It's quite secure. 68.25, so Colombia are leading, but they will expect to be surpassed.
Australia.
Jackson Boshier, who's just competed in his first international final. in the men's 10-metre platform competition, swiftly followed by his second, and probably followed by many more. Youngster from Adelaide, back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists piked coming up. It's worth reiterating that this is a young man with considerable promise, and this weekend of World Cup competition will do him absolutely the world of good. This was a solidly performed piece of diving. Keeps his heels nicely together for a lot of that dive. And his score is 62.4, so Australia move ahead of Colombia. An ultimate dive this for the host nation. Timo Bartel, back 3.5 somersaults, a 3.3 degree of difficulty. He's got the quality to really put them in play. And he's done it. Absolutely. Timo Bartel of Germany with some fine, fine diving. They smile in the stands. It's going to get a really good number. Probably the finest of this final. That's what you need from one of your big hitters, and he is one of them. And a European and World Championship medalist, and he's produced 75.9. Germany are now leading. They have 5.5 marks on the Australians. So we now go to the United States of America's response. It's Zach Cooper, 24-year-old from Indiana. Armstand back, 2 somersaults, 2.5 twists. This is very much his favoured dive. Senior at the University of Miami. He is a major in economics. And he has really helped his team with that display. Well done to Zach Cooper. That will be comparable, if not a little better than what we've just seen. He's got good form in flight. Takes off with confidence. And it's a 77.4 for Zach Cooper. United States of America back into the lead, but it's all rather tight going into the final round. One more to go. Now we know that this is a gentleman who's got some lovely diving. Bertrand Roddick of Malaysia, reverse 3.5 somersaults in the tuck position coming up. Oh, not that time, not that time. He's only 17 though. Won the title at the Malaysia Games to great acclaim. It really put him on the map in a fabulous diving nation, but he was well off with this, so it's going to score, regrettably, in a way that will put Malaysia out of contention, you'd have to feel. 20.4, so Malaysia down in 5th place and really well off the chasing pack, which now consists solely of Colombia. But look at that, between Australia and Germany, and indeed the USA, it's all to play for as we go into the final round of dives. Very much what you want this from a team competition. Inward 3.5 somersaults, tucked from Viviano Uribe and Sebastian Bia. Colombia currently in 4th position. Well, it's going to be even more intriguing now. Colombia were hopefully chasing the Australians. It may be a little difficult. .51.2. sort of big number that they were dreaming of. It's Nikita Haynes and Jackson Boshier. Inward 3.5 somersaults tucked for the Australians to conclude their campaign, and looking very good value right now for another medal. Their second of this World Cup. Oh, that was a little over on the entry. A nervous feel to the end of this mixed team competition. .54.4. So it does put Australia into a leading position. But it's a target that Germany will be optimistic of being able to surpass. Paulina Fife and Lou Massenberg with forward 3.5 somersaults piked. Now that should be a pretty satisfactory number for the Germans. And now it's a question of what the United States of America can produce in response to this. Let's have a look back at the dive of Massenberg and Fife. And it might be time to ask the fifes and drums to play. .63, Germany are in the lead. Just gone ahead of Australia by around 14. Now realistically, Germany can only be caught by the United States of America. So Germany and Australia will be confident of their place on the podium. 41.45 needed for this inward 3.5 somersaults tucked from Katrina Young and Zachary Cooper. It's a very achievable number, surely. Well, okay, now the waiting game. Now the waiting game. It's kept us guessing throughout, hasn't it? This really enjoyable mixed team final. 41.45 is the number required. Wasn't a comfortable entry. And they have just about managed it. 46.4. It really was marginal, but the United States of America have secured the gold medal. Relief from Cooper and Young, and delight for the Americans in taking the last gold medal of this World Cup of diving. And it all ended up being rather tight. Now, Malaysia have one more dive to complete. And that brings to a close this mixed team final. Pandelela Rinongpam and Bertrand Roddick. But Malaysia on 214 points coming into this, so statistical impossibility for them to be featuring on the podium, and they will have known that, as will the others. Fifth place for Malaysia. 51 the score for that dive. What a privilege it must be for the young lad to compete alongside Pandelela Rinongpam, The classified results in the mixed team event. The bronze medal goes to Australia, the silver to Germany, and the gold medal to the United States of America in a very close mixed team final. They take it by just under a 5-point margin over the host nation. Really good entertainment to conclude our coverage in Berlin. For Australia, it is a second medal of this World Cup. Some delighted divers. First World Cup gold medals for these Americans. Let's have a look back at how it was they went about winning it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that completes today's competitions and for your holy win. Please stay tuned because we will now have following in short.
Well done to Kristen Hayden, 2 medals that she's won.
Thank you.
Same for Tyler Downs and for Katrina Young. And in just a short while, we'll bring you 3 scenes of celebration from Berlin. The victory ceremony is about to come along for the 2 individual events and the mixed team competition that we've just witnessed. So don't go too far away. Those victory ceremonies will be starting in a few minutes' time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've just got a couple of moments while we get ourselves ready for the medal ceremonies. So I've got some of the members of Team Germany down here. We've got Timo, we've got Saskia, we've got Lou. You guys, a fantastic week for Team Germany, obviously, competing at home ball. Timo, you must be happy with that result the other day in the second round. Silver medal now. Does this sort of give you a bit of confidence so early on in the season knowing that you're performing on that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to improve. We showed that we're a small team, and in the future we will be small too, so we're going for our first 2024.
I see what you guys do there. Saskia, finally before we go, what's next for you? What are we looking forward to? Team Germany, what's on the horizon? Beautiful, we love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Team Germany!
Still waiting on VIP, but it will get going as soon as we can. No VIP currently. Are we able to swap VIP? Starting in 10 seconds. See that? 20 seconds, okay, 20 seconds.
Meine Damen und Herren, die Siegerehrung für das Kunststücke Frau von Berlin. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 3-meter springboard.
Julian, send them on, send them on. Please send them on. Send them on. Send them on.
It's now time for the victory ceremony for the women's 3-meter springboard competition.
The medals will be presented by the Honorary Secretary of the FINA Technical Diving Committee, Ms. Melanie Beck. Gewinnerin der
Introduction of the presentation party.
Representing Japan, Sayaka Mikami.
And the award of the bronze medal to Mikami Sayaka of Japan, the 21-year-old World Championship medalist from earlier this year. Her second time competing at a World Cup and the first time that she's got onto the podium.
Gewinnerin der Silbermedaille. Winner of the silver medal, representing the People's Republic of China, Chen Yiwen.
Winner of the silver medal, Chen Yiwen of the People's Republic of China, the reigning world champion. The 23-year-old took part in a thoroughly entertaining final. One that really did keep us guessing.
Winner of the gold medal and female diving World Cup Berlin champion, representing the People's Republic of China, Chang Yani.
It is Chang Yani that's won it, the 20-year-old from Xiantao in Hubei province. Twice a World Cup synchronized champion, but this her first individual title. The World Championship medalist from earlier this year has World Cup gold. And we have the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
And there they are, the medalists in the women's 3-meter springboard competition at the FINA Diving World Cup in Berlin. What a memorable victory it was for Chang Yani. For the first time, a World Cup individual champion. In just a moment or two, the men's 10-meter platform victory ceremony will get underway.
Show announce, go.
Meine Damen und Herren,
Send them on.
die Siegerehrung für das Turmspringen der Herren. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 10-meter platform.
The victory ceremony for the men's 10-meter platform competition here in
The
Berlin.
President of the German Swimming Federation, Mr. Marco Troll.
And a rare sight this, an inversion of the top two qualifiers.
Representing the United States
Something
of
we've
America,
experienced a great deal in
Brandon
Berlin.
Losciavo.
But let's start with Brandon Losciavo of the United States of America. An excellent bronze medal for him. First World Cup honours. The Olympian from California.
Gewinner der Silbermedaille, winner of the silver medal, representing the People's Republic of China, Yang Hao.
Silver medal going to Yang Hao, who also won 10-meter synchronized gold. 24-year-old. Second place for him in what was a very engrossing final.
Winner of the gold medal and FINA Diving World Cup Berlin champion, representing the People's Republic of China, Yang Jian.
They call this man Yang Jian the king of difficulty. Well, kings tend to get crowned with gold. It was silver at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, but he then won the World Championship title, and he's also taken World Cup gold. And we'll hear the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Of the People's Republic of China. Herzlichen Glückwunsch und großer Applaus. Congratulations and Berlin, give it up for your World Cup
The medalists in the men's 10-meter platform competition here in Berlin. And last of all, but by no means least, we'll bring you the victory ceremony for the mixed team event in just a moment.
Are you ready to go, ceremony? We're ready now. Okay, stand by the ceremony for team event. Track 3, 2, 1, go. Go track. And announce go.
Meine Damen und Herren, die Siegerehrung für den Wettkampf Mixed Team. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the mixed team events.
The victory ceremony now for the mixed team event at the FINA Diving World Cup in Berlin, Germany.
The medals were presented by
Jostling around
the President
to
of the
get
German
onto the
Swimming
podium. We have
Federation,
plenty of
Mr. Marco
enjoyable jostling
Troll.
around from the leaderboard as the competition took place, so it's a fitting visual metaphor.
Auf dem dritten Platz, winners of the bronze medal, Team Australia. Represented by Brittany O'Brien, Lachlan Cronin, Nikita Haynes and Jackson Boshier.
For Australia, the bronze medals. Brittany O'Brien, Lachlan Cronin, Nikita Haynes and Jackson Boshier. The second medal Australia has won at this World Cup, and Lachlan Cronin has been involved in both of them. Well done to him. And what about this moment for the young man, Jackson Boshier? Senior international debut. Did you enjoy it? Good, here's a bronze medal. You'll enjoy it even more now.
Gewinner der Silbermedaille. Winners of the silver medal. Deutschland, Team Germany. Represented by Saskia Oettinghaus, Pauline Pfeif, Lou Massenberg und Timo Bartel.
Germany, winners of the silver medals. Saskia Oettinghaus, Pauline Pfeif, Lou Massenberg and Timo Bartel. They performed ever so well, the German squad, at this World Cup event in their capital city, and it's a fitting way to finish their World Cup campaign. Silver as a mixed team.
Und Gewinner der Goldmedaille, winners of the gold medal and FINA Diving World Cup Berlin champions, the United States of America.
But this is a moment to remember for these athletes from the United States of America. They are World Cup champions.
Katrina Young.
Kristen Hayden, Zachary Cooper, Tyler Downs and Katrina Young. Some of them really quite new to senior international competition, others veterans, but they are united in their gold medals and their title of World Cup champions. Hugely well done to Team USA. And we will hear for the first time at this World Cup the national anthem of the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America.
The medalists in the mixed team event at the FINA Diving World Cup in Berlin. And as the medalists depart the podium, so do we, as our coverage of this FINA Diving World Cup draws to a close. It's been a great pleasure to have your company And it's been a great pleasure to watch the action in Berlin, dominated by the People's Republic of China, with the United States of America in second place, and the host nation Germany rounding off the top three on the podium. Australia, Colombia and Japan also securing medals. So that's it from the Diving World Cup here at the Schwimm- und Sprunghalle in Europa Sport Park. I've been Ollie Hogben. It's been a pleasure having your company. Until next time, goodbye.